I work for a company called Raw Engineering. I've been with them for 17 years. We are a company that work a lot in sports. Past 17 years, Raw Engineering has acted as an incubator for multiple products. One of our product initially, got acquired by, and then there is another product which is a company by itself now. It's called Content Stack. As I said earlier, Raw Engineering is doing a lot in sports. We ourselves have a platform called Digital Fan Experience Platform.
Hey guys, and welcome to the Grow IT podcast. One of your hosts here, Trey King. And today we are very excited to have our guest, Mr. Kunal Bharti from Raw Engineering. And I think I pronounced his last name incorrectly, but we'll sort that out now. But today we'll be diving into his story a bit, as well as what it is his company does. And then, as always, some engaging insights into the technology industry. So make sure to stick around for this one. But without further ado, Kunal, welcome. Thanks for hopping on today.
Thank you, Trek. Thanks for having me.
Kunal, now me pronouncing that last name incorrectly, if you don't mind just to quickly introduce yourself and just, tell us a bit around your background.
Yeah, my name is Kunal Bharti. I work for a company called Raw Engineering. I've been with them for 17 years. We are a company that work a lot in sports. And in past 17 years, Raw Engineering has acted as an incubator for multiple products. One of our product initially, got acquired by Software AG, and then there is another product which is a company by itself now. It's called Content Stack. And as I said earlier, Raw Engineering is doing a lot in sports. We ourselves have a platform called Digital Fan Experience Platform. It's
Oh,
a product
yes.
for sports companies.
That
Sorry, you
is
had a question?
no, that's very interesting about
Yeah.
that platform. I didn't know you guys were behind it.
Yeah. So yeah, we work a lot with the NBA team specifically. Recently got an opportunity to expand in Europe as well. So yeah, that's our product right now. It's fun, it's exciting, and also it's you get to solve as an engineer, you get to solve a lot of tough problems. So it's also uh, interesting that way.
No, definitely. But I mean, just what you mentioned now, we'll dive a bit deeper into it a bit later on. But what you just mentioned
Sure.
now about what you guys are doing, goodness, man, that's very, very, very interesting. Tell me, tell me, Kunal, from a market perspective, what have you picked up? What trends have you picked up, like specifically in the, in the sector niche that you guys are in? What's happening these days? What's out there? What way is the wind blowing?
So see, the world. I mean, all the teams need their apps now, right? That's how they increase the engagement. So the part of it is done in social media where they all have Instagram, Facebook accounts, and they promote their games and merchandise there. And the part of it is in the app which we build, right? Now the app is during live game. I mean, we show live scores and all that is good, but let's talk about customer perspective, right? A day of a person who is managing this, right? Now he or she is seeing they're seeing different scenarios, right? There are users which have tickets, there are users which are using the app from home, right? There are
Yeah.
also users who are using the app within the arena, right?
Mm.
Now, what we are talking about here is like three different experiences, right? Now, from customer perspective, what they would want to manage is these three different experiences, right? Now,
Right.
our platform gives an ability to manage that from a product, right? So you can define an experience for a person who is watching the game from home and watching the live store there, right? And we also allow our customers to define the experience for the person who is in arena watching the game, right?
Mm. Mm.
Saying that, we can also define experience for a person who is in the city, right? He's not in the game, but in the city, right? Uh, so, I mean, from a customer perspective, we allow all this to be configured within our product.
That is profound. Tell me, from a obviously the sports industry, are you guys like currently focused on like, specific, may it be like baseball or, football, or, are there specific sports that you guys are leaning towards at the moment? Or because obviously it's something I suppose you guys do maybe as like white label as well. But is it do you have like a focus area at the moment?
So right now we are primarily doing basketball.
Okay.
Saying that, we are involved in other two sports as well, which I'm not sure if I could name them, so I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
But yeah,
please,
we
please,
are
please,
working
please
with
don't
three
bring me in
different sports.
trouble. Please don't bring me in trouble. Just say company, a sports sector X and sports sector Y, right?
Exactly, exactly.
No, I got you, man. No problem.
So yeah, we are working with three different sports sector, but it's primarily basketball. And even in basketball, we are doing NBA as well as right now. We just released our latest app, which is a Greek league app, a team called Panathinaikos. They are based in Greece.
Oh, that's interesting. Can you tell me a bit more about that one?
Yeah, so when we started speaking with them, we were not aware that basketball is big in Europe as well, and it is huge, right? I mean, they have a lot of users, a lot of people showing up in the live game. It's a big sport there as well.
Yeah.
And the team we work with, they have been champions for a while now, and you know they have been doing well. Now, with while we were onboarding them, right, we have to also onboard like different sets of APIs, right? Now, the Greek league and the Euro league, they work very different from what NBA works like, right?
Right.
So for NBA, it's one league, one season, and then there are different kind of games in them, right? With Greek league, there is a the way it works is you first play in Greek league, then you are promoted to Euro league and stuff like that. So we had to kind of onboard four different sets of leagues on our platform, and they were also looking for a very different experience. So one thing with our apps is each of our app will look very unique, right? A lot of sports app out there are like they all look same. They have like old school UIs, and it's not very fun to use them. But our apps, if you see, they are really modern. I mean, they are really good UI. Even though they are same product, they all look very different from each other.
Right.
Uh, so our platform allows that customization to be done within our product.
Got it. Got it. Now, obviously, when it comes to developing these kind of apps, we know there's a lot of competition out there. There's a lot of noise out there, right? And tell me from a Kunal, from a value standpoint, what would you say, are like some of or the significant value that your business basically brings to the table? If you could, in your own words.
Yeah, I would say the turnaround time for sure.
Good point.
The way the sports teams work is during the season, they like they would want to onboard bunch of features, right? Let's say if the season is starting next week, they want to be ready with bunch of features. I'm not saying they come week before, but during the season, we our process is to figure out how many partners we have to onboard, how many vendors is team talking with, so that we onboard them on our product, right?
Right.
And also, these different teams have different sets of vendors. So let's consider an example of food and beverage, right?
Right.
So our customers, they will come up with their own set of vendors. Now, all we need on our side is to onboard is APIs, right? So the way our platform works is it's a very modular approach where you could onboard. So let me try to get little deeper in this. So we have a food and beverage module, right? Now, what we onboard is we onboard these vendors on that module.
Okay.
On our side, we have to ensure that these modules supports all those vendors, right?
Right.
So based on that, what we have done internally is we have created an kind of an app store for our product where we onboard all these vendors as modules.
Right. Now, it actually, like you mentioned, the value of time, because I could think that obviously those vendors need to be, those are part of other contracts and they need to be secured as well.
Exactly.
And as closer to the event, I suppose that sometimes get interesting because there's a lot of people at play, right? That makes those decisions, who's that vendor for the day and who not, if I understand correctly. So
Correct.
I get what you're saying is the to be able to get all of them on during that time. That is a very strong value, very much.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's quite profound.
And all
Okay.
of this is, all of this is reusable. Let's say if we already have vendor X
Yeah.
for team ABC onboarded, I mean, that could be reused on the other for the other team as well.
Yes.
So our platform and also our modules are multi-tenant by default that way. So you can reuse the same components for other team as well.
Right. The tell me the when obviously when you started to grow the company, there's always been bumps along the road, right? Never the straight path to
Yep.
success.
Yep.
If you don't mind sharing, is there maybe one thing or so that you had a challenge with growing the business with, and then just on the back of that, you know, can tell us what you did to get through that stadium.
See, we are a bootstrapped company. We are not funded. So initially, even but we wanted to build the products, right?
Right.
But to initially to fund ourselves, we took on a lot of services engagements. That's what we did for like 3 or 4 years before getting into product. Now, but those services engagement helped us solve real world problems, right? And that's where we got better into understanding what customer thinks and what value we have to bring them, even if when we build the product, right? So for 3 or 4 years we did that, and I think in 2011 or 12 we started building our first product. It was an MBAS called Backend. We named it Backend, and that was our first product, and that's where we started our product journey in,
Yeah.
right? Even for the sports customer, one of our early customer was utilizing our product called Backend. So we started our sports journey while back before even having this product built. So all those services helped us understand what sports industry does as well, right? How they function, what are their challenges.
Yeah.
That helped us build this product in much better way. Now, as I said, in 2011 we started with our first product, and until 2014 we had like 3 products built already. And one of the product was built IO Flow. We called it. We basically formed another company. As I said, raw engineering has acted as an incubator for products, right? So we formed another company called Built IO. That was acquired by Software AG in 2017. And in the same year, we had another product, Content Stack, that is now a Series C funded company and like top CMS in the world. Uh, and then at the same time, we built our own sports platform and got our customers on that. Uh,
Right. Okay.
and since
Gotcha.
then, we have been working with a lot of new customers, also servicing existing customers. So it's been
Yeah. Yeah.
been going well.
You do. Tell me, Kunal, you've been at this for quite some time, right? Been around the block, as they say. Is there maybe any advice that you can give on, how to be a like successful founder of a business? In your thoughts, what it takes to be a good business founder?
So well, I am not a founder of the company, so but I'm
Okay.
the earliest one of the early hires of the company.
Yeah.
Um, so I would say, see, I started very early in my career. This is my first job. Before that, I was teaching in college and doing bunch of hackathons, coding challenges, weekend challenges, and all that, right?
Right.
So this is my first full-time job, which I'm still doing. So if you are new, if you're right out of the college and new to the company, my suggestion has always been, spend time in solving tough problems,
Mm,
right? I think there is a lot of, even though I also feel that the, the, the college pass out nowadays are much more ready for the industry. They have a lot of exposure. I mean, you have seen there are a bunch of things out there, tools out there that help them learn earlier in their career, right? While back, it wasn't, I won't say it wasn't the case entirely, but it was little tough, right? So the new joinees these days are much more ready
mm,
to work on more challenges. But at the same time, with few maybe people, there is also little impatience. Like they don't want to spend a lot of time in the same company. Like people tend to jump around in different companies and see whether they are growing, right? Which is also an approach, and people doing that are also successful. But my suggestion has always been be in the company, spend time, find the challenges that you could solve, and spend time in solving those challenges,
yeah.
right? And I have been successful that way. I mean, a lot of people in our company, it's their first job as well.
Mm.
They have been successful as well. Um, so yeah, I mean, that's been my suggestion for anyone who joins the company.
Oh, lovely. Well, Kunal, thank you so much for coming on. Thanks for willing to share your expertise and what you guys do. Very much interesting. There's a
Thank
couple
you.
of sports that I won't mention right now that I hope you guys get into them because I would like you to come back on that we can talk about that one.
Right.
But thanks for the time, and then as well as Kunal, where can they get hold of you guys?
So we are reachable at raweng.com, and it's same on Instagram, it's same on Twitter, it's same on Facebook. So and yeah, primarily we have been it's our website who's been sorry, maybe you may have to edit that. Sorry about that. But primarily you could reach out to us via our website.
Excellent. Oh, lovely. Well, Kunal, and I wish you guys all the best. May it just grow from strength to strength. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you, Trek.